Gemini, you are in deep reflection right now. Reflection is the first card that popped out here, and it says, take time to revisit the past and figure out what you want to do. Knowing what you don't like will show you what you truly love. Some of you are reflecting on, where do I want to go in my life? What do I want? Where have I been? When did I feel joy in what it is that I do to earn money? When was that time that I felt fulfilled? And so you're revisiting the past, thinking about those things. And if you have not done that, and if you're finding yourself feeling a bit unfulfilled or not as happy as you'd like to be, it might be time to think about a time in your life where you felt joy for what it was that you do. You felt joy in how you earn money. Was there ever a time that you felt like that? Those are the kind of questions it feels like you're asking right now, or Spirit is nudging you to ask right now. Education is out here. This was the second card that popped out. It says, you may need to take a class or do research to find a better position. Or you may find yourself writing a book or teaching a class. Some of you are writing, right? I mean, Gemini, think about it. You're really good with your mind, you're really good with your words, and you're really good about creating a theme and a story that people can follow and enjoy, right? Some of the greatest poets, writers, if you're into hip hop music like me, some of the best lyricists are Gemini people. I'm getting chills down my back. And so for you, you might be writing, you might be thinking about starting your own podcast or your own stream of information that you give out to the world using your words. So that's really important. If that's you, it kind of feels like Spirit is saying, go for it. This would be a sign that this is the right time. Also, what's coming through looking at these cards here is, as you're reflecting on the past and you're thinking about what it is that you want in your life, career, money, fortune, some of you, it might be that it is time to go back to school or go to school or to get that certification or to finish out that degree or to get that specialized certificate. It's hard to do because sometimes we think about, okay, well, I've been in this career for this long, or I don't feel like starting over now. It's okay to have a new beginning. That is okay. And so for some of you, the hard part is making the decision to study, to get back in there, learning more about what it is that you want to do. Beneath the deck is passage. Your current situation is a means to an end. You are making the uncertain voyage to a new world. Enjoy the discoveries as you go along. So as I was shuffling through these cards that I used for the fortune readings, short term popped out. Felt more like a trailer, but it kind of fell out, so I kept shuffling. But some of you are in something where you know you don't want to be here for a long time. You just know that it's a way to earn a little bit of money so that you can figure out what you want to do next. It's kind of like a rest stop energy right now, and wherever you are, for those people who are having that short-term experience. But it's kind of like this is a time, because you are at that rest stop, you have a little bit of money to get you by or whatever it is that you're doing. It's giving you room again to reflect on what it is that you really want. Now, some of you are thinking about going to another city, another state, another country to do the work that you love. Some of you lived in a different city, state, or country during the time where you loved what you did. And so it kind of feels like Spirit is wanting to push you to reconsider that for some of you, because this is passage and it says voyage here. So that lets me know that there's something related to possibly distance for you, some travel of some kind of some sort. I did not notice this card until I just moved this passage card out of the way, but beneath this card is harmony here as well. And it says it's important for you to have a quiet, peaceful work atmosphere in order for you to thrive. Working at home or for yourself is best. I don't know who needed to hear that, but that harmony was just kind of flying at me as I was trying to describe more about that passage just a moment ago. It's all about what brings harmony to you. It's not about what other people think. It's not about other people's vision for you. If you're holding on to the past and it's starting to kind of get in the way, it's not about thinking about what worked in the past. If that does not work for you anymore, that's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with you. It's just that you're changing, growing, and maturing, and what your spirit needs right now to have harmony, it's perfectly fine. So it kind of feels like there's this vibe and this energy of going with the flow and letting go of what no longer serves you as well. God, angel, spirit guides, we're going to some tarot out here, Gemini, to look at any more that needs to come out about what this energy is. I'm going to look at some advice and see what's headed your way in the near future, maybe in the coming weeks, in the month of August. God, angel, spirit guides, tell us a little bit more, the overall vibe, the energy, the essence of what Gemini is working through when it comes to the money, career, and fortune in their life. Who are they at this time? What is their energy in this right now? Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides. For Gemini, please. Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides. I have one that fell into my lap. Another one out here. Okay, all right. So you have the King of Swords in reverse. So this is having the skill, having the ability, and this is also you for me as a reader. This is a mutable energy here, and it's upside down. Okay, so this feels like, make sure that you are getting into a place where you feel the balance that you need to feel for you. You know, when our own sign shows up in a reading and we pull it forth and it's upside down, it just means that we're a little bit out of balance. Maybe something turned us around a little bit. Maybe we've kind of gotten caught up in the hustle and the bustle of life, but you have a lot of power here because this is the card that's showing up in your energy. And when it comes to the family, there's something that you're wanting to create or do so that you can have your ultimate fulfillment, joy in the family. And as a matter of fact, how you're showing up right now, there's something about it that has felt trapping, limiting. This is the other card that popped out here, the Eight of Swords here. It's felt trapping and limiting. And maybe in some way you've had to put your family before what makes you feel that you have the harmony that you need. So I'm going to get some more out here to see what the advice is with this energy. That's a very tough energy here. And as we always say as readers, you've heard this a million times, you're probably a reader yourself. You know that when the Eight of Swords pops out, it's just an illusion. We are just a decision away from getting the harmony and the balance that we want to move in the direction of our truth in our life. You might have to get still and think about that for a moment. Is there something that you might need to sacrifice or let go of so that you can have what it is that you really want? It's something about that family, you know, your wish fulfillment, maybe making someone else in your life feel what it is that they want from you. I don't know what that is exactly, but showing up in some way for your family or for your loved one, it feels like you're centering that so much until in some way it's keeping you from thinking about what's really good for you, Gemini. That's what this feels like. What's the advice that you have for lovely Gemini right now? Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides. Advice for Gemini. Let's see. Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides. Gemini. This kind of wanted to pop out but didn't fully pop out. This kind of feels like follow your bliss, follow your joy. This is a Leo energy, Leo absorbing the sun. I don't care what age you are. I don't care where you are right now, because sometimes those are the things that get in the way. I'm too old to go back. Stop that. This sun card comes out when people are needing to know that whatever it is that's in your heart to do, no matter the age, the stage, or where you are right now, you can have it. But you have to believe that. Okay, you're not limited. The thing that brings you joy, that place you want to move to where there's more sun for you, maybe physically, there's more sun in this location, or you feel yourself being rejuvenated, being activated, being in your childlike energy, the stuff that brings you joy. This feels like a trailer to say go for it. It didn't pop completely out, but it was the way that it kind of popped. It kind of torqued a little bit in my deck. I don't know if that makes sense. Hope that wasn't offensive, but that's what it did. Okay, so I wanted to pull that out for you. The sun energy is very powerful. God, angel, spirit guides, tell us more about advice here for Gemini. Advice for Gemini. Oh, this one did the same thing. Okay, there's more on the horizon. For some of you, this is about traveling. This is about looking into something abroad or somewhere else. This feels like for some of you, you're thinking about going somewhere else, and this feels like spirit is saying yes. This feels like, yeah, all of the cards that are coming out give me this tone of, if you are thinking about going into another field, that's coming up too. This feels like, yes, why not? Go ahead and go for it. But for those of you related to travel, if there's something that's pulling on you, it kind of feels like this could be favorable for you. Something is related to some resistance here. There's something that you're holding on to that is causing a bit of resistance. And for the advice, Spirit wants you to let go. This is a Seven of Wands energy, this is protecting, this is fighting, this is standing your ground, but it's upside down. So there's something that you are wanting, that you're holding on to, that it kind of feels like Spirit wants you to let go of for a moment. You might have been in a field for a long time, or you might have been working at something for quite a while and had an idea about what it is that you really want, and it has not been working out. It has not been coming through. And so Spirit wants you to like let go and see what else is available. I'm feeling confident about that because the Ace of Cups is in reverse, and you also have some resistance to moving on. So it kind of feels like maybe there was an opportunity that came through, and you didn't feel like it was as fulfilling, or there's something that you've been wanting and it didn't come through. There's something that didn't match up with you in terms of what you wanted, and you're kind of still, you're in a resistance energy. That's what this feels like to me right now. Also, what this feels like is that there is an opportunity for you, but before you allow yourself to really consider what the potential could be in this other opportunity, it kind of feels like you've already decided in your mind that it's not going to bring you joy. You've already decided in your mind that it's not going to be worth you going in this direction. So this is kind of like standing still energy, right? Like holding on to something that hasn't been purposeful to you, as purposeful or as beneficial to you as it could be. So when it comes to this energy here, we've kind of established this. There's something about education, mastery in your skill, gaining mastery in what it is that you do confidently. There's something about going after something that you really want with this offer here, putting yourself in the market for what it is that you really want here. But there's something else, and Gemini, you know what this is for you. There's something else that you're still kind of holding on to while you're wanting to go in another direction. It's like you're holding but trying to go forward, but you can't go forward because there's something still pulling on you from the past, is what this feels like. This feels like Spirit wants you to know that if there's something that you want, it's time to go after it. Okay? And maybe what you're holding on to is the past. It feels like an investment of some kind of time, energy, space, and it's you just feel like you have to follow through, you have to stay here, you have to keep doing this, maybe for your family, maybe because it's supposed to bring you joy, but it's not. Whatever this is, and it could be a career, it could be something related to family too. Maybe the thing that you're doing every day, getting up early in the morning, doing every day, is for your family. And yes, the family has all of their provisions, but what does that matter if you're not going to be around for a whole lot longer because you're overtaxed, or you're not happy, or you're not fulfilled? For some of you, this is Sean speaking to you now. I want to tell you, for some of you, it's time to have a hard conversation with that husband, with that wife, with the person that you're caring for, about your dream. That's what this feels like too. God, angel, spirit guides, the near future. What do you want Gemini to know about the near future? The potential, by letting go and moving in the direction of their heart, opening up their heart. God, angel, spirit guides, what do you want Gemini to know? Near future, their potential. Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides. All right. Okay. There's opportunity for you to have the joy, the abundance that you want, okay? Now, the High Priestess came out, and so this kind of feels like you're not going to know how this is all going to work out. Part of what is happening right now, Gemini, in your life, it kind of feels like you are in a spiritual walk where you're not going to know all the details about this next step that you're going to take. It's dark on this journey. It's a risk. It's faith-filled. It's all of that kind of stuff. And so you're probably, Gemini, one of those people where before you walk in a new direction, or before you try something new, before you take that job overseas, or whatever this is, you want to make sure that it actually lines up completely to the T. But there's something about Spirit wanting you to know that it's all going to work out. The belonging is going to be there. The rejoining of family, the love, the joy, the belonging, the celebration is going to be there. but it's not like you're going to know all of the steps of how this is going to unfold. Gemini, it feels like it's time for you to trust right now. Not saying that you don't trust, Gemini. I know that your trust game is strong, but it just kind of feels like you're not going to be able to see it all, know it all. You're not going to be able to know that. And it also feels like another bit of advice, Gemini, is to let go of anything that you know does not fulfill you and it has a shallow tie to it. If you're holding on to anything that gives the appearance of things being beautiful and working out in life, it kind of feels like Spirit is saying that that's not as important as you really feeling deeply fulfilled in yourself and with your family, right? I got a feeling that here pretty soon you're going to have some decisions to make. That is what I have for you, Gemini. I did not mean for this to be this long. I love you, and I hope I get to see you next week. Take care. Bye.